In ttrpgs, in pretty much every game you're going to play, there are three core pillars that you're going to find across the board. One is going to be your role playing, two is going to be some form of skill checks, and then three is combat. And I don't mean that's the core basis of those games. I mean, those are the mechanics that we focus on. They'll have some form of overlap, and how those mechanics form and how they work is the way that your game will feel. The focus on those mechanics is what gives you the style of play. And by changing those mechanics, you can change the feel of the game. By switching styles, by switching games, you can get a different feel. And so when you're looking at your game, when you're looking at something not being right, the question is, what is it about? What are we trying to influence? Are we trying to influence the role-playing portion, the skill portion, the combat portion, all of the above? And that determines whether to adjust a rule or to switch to a different system. And I encourage people, try new systems all the time. Not only because it gives you a new system to play, but sometimes you can take one thing from a system and apply it to another and get exactly what you're looking for. And that's where most systems like Dungeons and Dragons allow for that changes. I mean, the rules clearly state if something doesn't work for your table, switch it to something else, which is why they get so much hate for just switch to a different system. Well, that's part of the allure of D&D, specifically 5th edition. You don't like a rule? Change it. You're allowed to do that. It's written in the rules. And so because those changes are written in the rules, it allows for more flexibility. Now, can you do horror in D&D? Yes, you can. Is the system built for it? No, it's not. It also depends on what your definition of horror is. Can you do sci-fi fantasy? Sure you can. Absolutely. There are so many things that you can do. It's not that it can or can't. Is there a better system out there that is designed to do what you're asking to do? The problem is there are tons of TTRPGs, and most of us don't have the time to go and sift through them. And then when people online are like, you should just play this system, you come off as an asshole, which means we don't want to be part of your community. The Dungeons and Dragons community isn't hostile. It's just when someone says, hey, you should try this game, it does it really well. That's not what people say. They yell at D&D players for, you're just stuck in your ways, fucking D&D players. Like, that's the energy that comes at the D&D community. Of course we're not going to change. I don't want fucking anything to do with you. But when we're engaged in a new system and we learn about it, then people are like, well, you just took that one thing from this system and applied it to D&D. You're right, because I like D&D better, but this system did that better. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with switching systems. There's nothing wrong with that. The thing is the three key pillars, the role-playing, the skill checks, and the combat. How do you want them to feel? And then use the system that best fits you.